Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Cliff Notes for lecture number 4, the Retributive Perspective. Please keep in mind that these past 2 weeks, well, last week and this week, wanting to emphasize the difference between these two philosophies on punishment. The utilitarian perspective, much more focused on rehabilitation, much more focused on the future and creating a good person that can fit into society later. The retributive perspective, much more focused on the present, on immediate punishment and immediate retribution. So this week, I begin the lecture by talking about the adjudication process. I just wanted you to have that language. Move into the 5 different models for prison systems that we've had in the United States. And the purpose for talking about these models is to show that balance between retribution and utilitarian perspectives. Starting off by talking about the penitentiary, a place to do penance. The Pennsylvania system, utilitarian, something that focuses on rehabilitation through hard labor, silence, and religious study. The Auburn perspective, which is retributive and utilitarian, but focusing on the usefulness of prison labor. The Big House, retributive, just focusing on incapacitation. That corrections model, the 1950s, much like the most utilitarian, if you will. So pay attention to the discussion question for this week, which focuses on the corrections model and whether or not that could be useful. And then the just desserts model, which we currently are in right now. Very retributive, very much focused on punishment and deterrence and scaring people out of doing crimes. So that's why I had for the case study, I wanted you to focus on the case of the person who gets a life sentence for the sale of crack cocaine. So please pay attention to that. And I'm also showing you a video, just to start showing you videos of prison systems. So I started with the most sensational, San Quentin. So that is something that is, again, it's going to get more technical. It's going to get more realistic from this point forward. But that San Quentin video is probably what you would expect from a video on prisons. But again, there's that balance between utilitarianism and some of the rehabilitative programs that they have, and retributivism in taking away their privacy, taking away their freedoms, putting them in a box, for example. There's a mix of those two things there. Generally speaking, what I wanted you to get out of this lecture, forgot to mention Immanuel Kant and his focus on retributivism, is I just want you to be able to have these two philosophical perspectives under your belt. To understand why we punish the way that we do, why we punish and how much, like the title of the book. So please pay attention to the lectures. Please complete the discussions, the 2 discussions by Friday the 15th, Friday the 14th. And then also just, start thinking about how you would create your own prison system. That's going to be due in about 3 weeks, February 28th. But of course, I want you to have a few of these lectures under your belt before we go on to that. So thank you guys, and see you next week.